that he would go to these hideous lengths.
You know how I know I'm awake.
Tell me.
I never kiss back in my dreams.
May you never go to sleep.
I may never go to sleep again.
Now, isn't this a lot better than fighting?
No, you don't understand. It's better because of the fighting.
Oh, you always have to have the last word.
No, I do not always have to have the last word, but I do need to have the first words.
What are you looking for?
This.
Oh, dear.
According to a reliable source, Professor Patrick Thornhart, already charged in the bombing death of Guy Armitage, reportedly carried out an eerily similar bombing in Ireland 13 years ago, which took the life of Lord Alfred Whiting. In both cases, the victims were wealthy publishers, vocal supporters of the British presence in Ireland, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Todd.
You don't believe that pap, do you?
Well, no, it's just shocking to see it in print, that's all.
It's fiction. Of course, Todd lives to inflict pain. Do you know, he cut me off from all access to Star yesterday. It's malice and viciousness and... Oh, well, now he's just turned on Patrick yet again.
Even so, Patrick's head must be spinning.
So must Kelly's. In a few hours, she's got to face the judge who could destroy her life. And I am going to be there.
What, in court or in her future or in her life or...
All of them.
All of them.
I'm going to take a shower. Would you care to join me?
Why don't you, lather up and, I'll meet you at the soap dish.
No comment.
You've seen it.
Seen it, read it, and thrown it across the bloody room.
You have any suggestions as to how Manning got wind of it?
Probably some kid at the police station leaked it.
That makes sense. That's where Bo got the call from the warden of Dunleary Prison.
And that's where I'm going right now.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, I bloody am. There's a pack full of reporters outside of my door, and the phone's been ringing off the hook just because Todd's got them all on the bloody headquarters. I'm gonna go down there and talk to Bo.
Bodrick, you're gonna stay put. I'll go talk to Bo, and then I'll check back with you on that. The last thing you need right now is to butt heads with him. You may think you're hot, but I'll tell you, Bo is just as steamed.
I have no idea how Todd got this.
From the department, Bo. Your department.
We don't know that.
Well, when will you know that? And please don't you dare say as soon as possible.
Look, I want to get to the bottom of this just as much as you do. And I will. This kind of puts a new light on Patrick, doesn't it?
I don't know why. It's just the written version of the allegations he's already denied.
Exactly. And Todd printed them.
So?
So obviously, he's not worried about a libel suit. So could that mean that he believes that Keneally's story is true?
You know, Bo, it is a little early in the day for you to be grasping at straws like this. Fear of libel didn't stop Todd from running articles claiming that Antonio killed Carlo Hesser, and we know how true that was.
Well, honey, why don't you just rid my mind of any doubts? Is this story legit?
You are just so adorable when you're trying to violate lawyer-client privilege. Hello?
Your job's a lot harder now. Have you read The Sun?
Yes. Hang on a second.
Excuse me.
Sorry, you happened to call me in the least private place in the world. How do you feel?
I feel betrayed.
I hope not by me.
No, not by you. I know you wouldn't tell Todd, but someone did. And it's dealt quite a blow to our case.
Nonsense. What happened in Ireland has no legal bearing on the Armitage charges. It's just hearsay, really. My goodness, if you're going to believe every rumor is fact, Elvis Presley would still be alive and moving at the speed of light.
Well, I appreciate the instinct to handhold, but this will hurt us.
I don't think it's going to prejudice your case. Not if I can help it, that is. In the meantime, why don't you keep a low profile?
I might be tough. The media have me surrounded, and the president of the university is demanding an explanation.
Well, give them all the same answer. My phone number. And if you're feeling a little shaky, you might want to try giving it a ring yourself.
When Detective Harrison reports in, tell her I want her in my office ASAP.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Figured I'd find you here.
Me?
Yeah, listen, not to pile up the problems, but, something's come up with Rachel.
What?
She okay?
Yeah. You remember the guy, Track, the saxophone player down at Club Indigo who blew everybody away, especially Rachel?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it turns out that the guy was engaged all along.
Stop it.
Yeah, to a really nice lady from New York who just happened to pop in the other night to pay a little surprise visit. And you can only imagine who else was surprised.
Oh, God. Poor Rachel. She's probably heartbroken.
I love this. Oh. And what about this? Is this not the best? Finale of this.
Muy sexy.
Okay, check this. Oh, what do you think?
Oh, very cool.
I mean, hello, and...
Ugh, same. Face it, girlfriend. You look terrific in everything.
Oof. You know what? I have problems.
Well, a definite step up from the ones we had yesterday.
Oh, you mean of the male persuasion? Nothing that a summer sale and a credit card can't solve.
Hey, that's my line.
Well, you were right. I mean, shopping is the ultimate anti-creep remedy.
I could use a good dose myself after being exposed to Kevin. Hey, but let Cassie have Kevin. I will take Calvin.
Well, you know what? I'm going to take this.
Wait! Oh, don't get dressed.
Why not?
The track cure isn't quite complete. There's one more treatment, or should I say, treat.
Well, why can't I get dressed for it?
You have to be naked for this treat.
You're scaring me.
Oh, treat ho! Right on time. Go for it.
Okay.
Доброе утро.
This is my treat.
Monday.
Oh, bliss. Oh, ecstasy.
Oh, tell me this isn't the best you've ever had.
Oh, man, nothing comes close.
Oh, strong hands are such a turn-on.
Kaya.
It's all right. They obviously don't speak English.
Oh, well, then how do you say, I think I'm in love in Russian?
Чувствую, что влюблен. Как же я тебя не любить, у нее таких, как ты, никогда не было.
I wonder what they're saying. Who cares?
Так вам вот так.
Oh. Jack's fingers and hands were what I noticed first about him.
Not his beautiful face and his body and those eyes.
Well, right after. But I fell for it all.
Этот идиот бросил ее. Значит, он сумасшедший.
Oh, who wouldn't fall for him? He was terrific.
Camilla sure thought so.
Oh, it could have been worse.
You could have been dating Track for months before you found out that he had a little fiancée tucked away in New York.
Она сошла бы с ума.
You know, you're right. I would have been a basket case.
Yeah. At least you cut your losses before your investment grew too large. Unlike me.
With Kevin.
Слышал? Ей тяжело.
Yeah. I didn't even know how much I cared about the guy till he said, see ya. Part of me still can't believe he broke up with me to go out with Cassie.
Хотел бы я взглянуть на эту девочку.
What makes me really furious is that it still hurts.
Yeah. That's the worst, isn't it?
Она должна забыть об этом придурке.
Bottom line is, we need some new men in our lives.
How about these two? They're strong and handsome.
Умный, говорящий на двух языках.
And they don't talk back.
И мы можем им делать массаж, а после...
This is RJ's fault.
Nora.
It is, matchmaker.
You're wrong.
What, he didn't introduce the two of them?
Yeah, well, maybe, but he wasn't all that crazy about her hanging with Track. In fact, he told her to watch her step. And he did know that Track was engaged because I'm the one who told him. Look, you couldn't fake the look of surprise on RJ's face.
Do you realize you're sticking up for your brother?
Yeah, well, maybe I am. I mean, but for once, he deserves it. I mean, the second he heard the news, he tossed Track right out of the club.
Sounds like RJ handled it the same way you would, Hank.
Yeah, well, the truth be told, we did it together. You know, it's been a long time since the two of us were in sync like that.
How was Rachel doing during all of this?
Well, you know, Ricky, she did everything she could to make it seem like she was fine, but she was hurting. She was really starting to fall for the guy.
This couldn't have come at a worse time. I mean, she's got a new job, new apartment, new attitude. Something like this comes along, destroys every bit of self-esteem that she's built up, and then what?
You afraid she'll start using again?
Well, all it takes is one drink, one snort.
No. She wouldn't start up over this. I mean, if they were a genuine item, then I might be a little concerned, but they never really got off the ground.
Well, who's to say how little or how much it takes to push someone back over the edge? I mean, Rachel's fragile. She's very, very fragile, and I, for one, am not taking anything for granted.
I am?
Oh, all I'm saying is that I think she needs us, both of us, to help her get through this. I've got some time. I'm going to make a quick trip over there before I have to be in court.
Well, look, I'll walk out with you. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Hey, Nora, I know what you're thinking, but I swear to God, no cop leaked this story to the Sun.
Harrison, get in here.
Excuse me.
Let's have a little chat about this leak, shall we?
It begins. You want to see more? Port Charles, ABC Daytime.
Oh, I get it. It's all my fault. Yeah, blame it on Andy. Blame it on Harrison. She blew it with the on-off case, so now if anything goes wrong, just pin it on her.
Look, you were the lead detective in the Armitage investigation. Now, that information about Whiting, that was only known to officers assigned to that case. Your case. So if you or one of your subordinates did not leak that, you better find out who did, detective. Clear?
Yes, sir. Excuse me?
Sorry, Mel, there's a press conference later.
No, Kevin's handling the story for the Banner. I'm here strictly as Patrick's friend.
Come on in, close the door. Sit down.
Thanks.
How's he doing anyway?
As you'd expect, considering. Patrick told me Thomas Keneally had his Irish prison warden call you with these very same allegations.
Obviously, Patrick trusts you.
Well, nobody's perfect. See, what puzzles me, that this has all the earmarks of a departmental leak. Just now, Andy Harrison seemed pretty adamant that it wasn't. I mean, how else could the Sun have gotten this?
I think it's possible that Keneally called Manning, too.
Yeah, it makes sense from a good old-fashioned revenge standpoint. I mean, Keneally,
hears about the Armitage bombing. He lets fly with this to muddy the legal waters of the man who helped put him in prison. Yeah.
Could sure dry up a pool of prospective jurors. And it could also plant a seed of doubt about a nasty little pattern in Patrick's life, you know? His tendency to want to blow up right-wing publishers who bug him. First Whiting, now Armitage.
You don't believe that Patrick killed Armitage?
No. No, I've worked too closely with him in the past, and I know him too well. Plus, all the evidence in this case is just too neat. But then again, we brought you and Patrick in for assaulting Armitage.
Come on, well, it was a scuffle.
Not to Patrick. He was furious. So my question is, could Armitage have said something about the Irish that got Patrick so hot that he would just want to do the guy in? I mean, how deep into Emerald Isle politics has Patrick been, anyway?
Well, you'd have to ask Patrick that himself. Meanwhile, since you and I called Patrick friend, I was hoping you'd help me keep him a free man.
That works for me.
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
I want to meet with every cop and detective on the Armitage case one-on-one today.
No problem. I'll take care of it.
Great, thanks.
Hey, Andy.
Yep.
Congratulations.
For what?
Your engagement to Tonio. It must seem weird hearing that from me. It's weird saying it. I never figured you guys were right for each other, but I was wrong. I've never seen Tonio so happy. I wish you guys a lot of luck.
Thanks.
How'd your brother take it? I mean, he wasn't exactly a charter member of the Antonio fan club.
Yeah, actually, I haven't told Max yet.
Oh, well, what's he gonna say? Forget about it? Nobody can stop love.
That was great.
You have wonderful hands.
The best ever. Call us if you want them again.
Those guys, they don't deserve you. До свидания.
Who are the bulging boys in black and T-shirts and...
Present from Taya.
What?
Rachel needed some, special attention.
In the worst way, Mom.
So I called an agency I heard about and had them send over their 2 biggest hunks. And I have to tell you, they were worth every penny, too.
Oh, my God.
Mom, it was unbelievable. I mean, it was like the best blissful hour I've had in so long. And they brought their own equipment.
Equipment? They brought equipment.
Tables? They're masseurs, Mama. Relax.
I knew that. So you're doing fine. You seem to be doing just great.
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
Well, your father told me about what happened last night, you know, with, what's his face?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't deserve you. Forget him.
I did, for a while.
Yes, well, you're smart and you're beautiful and you're wonderful and you know, it just would be a shame to, you know, lose what you had going there.
What does it have to do with anything?
Well, you're on a roll. I mean, you're kind of cooking here, you know? You're doing great. You're just doing great. And I would just hate to see you, you know, lose momentum or worse because some jerk came along and was a jerk.
Mama, I haven't lost momentum. Or worse, I'm fine. How about I go make some coffee? Decaf?
Did you come over here to help Rachel or to convince her that she needs help?
You done me dirty, man.
I didn't know a thing about it.
You had no idea the track was a two-timing liar.
I'd seen him with Camilla at a couple of gigs, but engaged? No way. The track acted like it was no biggie with her. In fact, he even said she was nothing special.
And you bought that?
I had no reason to doubt him. And a talented, good-looking kid like him, he's got ladies in every town he plays.
How comforting.
Yeah, right. Rachel take it hard?
Well, she'll be all right. The thing is, I should have stuck with my gut instinct and kept him the hell away from her to begin with.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry it all went so sour, but you know what? I'm about to sweeten things up again. It took a while to find. There's a million record labels out there, but I did it. Small outfit, big potential. Check out their roster.
Oh, come on, man. Is this for real?
Right up to date.
Well, it's like a pocket history of jazz. I got Dixieland, swing, bebop, cool, all the way up to hip-hop. They got talent across the board.
I'm telling you, R.J., Blue Jay's the real deal. Aggressive, dedicated, and classy.
Oh, you got the catalog, operations report, financial statement.
It's all right there.
Man, I'm starting to vibe. I like it.
I had a feeling you would.
Well, when can I hook up with them?
I think I can get something together by the 1st of the month. I'll have Blue Jay call you directly to confirm. Meanwhile, you read this stuff over now.
Are you kidding? By the time I sit down with these people, I will know everything about them.
Then, all you have to do is learn how to do the music business.
Well, it sounds like I'll have some top-notch teachers. I mean, that's the whole idea of buying into the action, right? Besides, having a hell of a good time.
Hello. All right.
Yes, well, you've been sharing this space with Rachel for a handful of weeks now, so you can't honestly know what she needs. I do.
Ah, and what does Mother know?
Rachel needs a lot of reassurance. The last thing she needs is to feel like a failure because some jerk dumped on her.
I don't think she does.
I don't think you can say.
Did you even see Rachel when you walked in here? She's fine, Nora. All her sass and sparkle is back. No, you saw the Rachel you expected to see, a bruised little flower.
Taya, you are so far out of line.
This isn't about Rachel's self-esteem. It's about your fear.
I'm her mother.
Then let her grow up. You launch into these arias about how wonderful Rachel is, how mature. And the minute she hits an emotional speed bump, out comes your not-so-subtle terror that she's going to fall apart.
Rachel has had serious problems in the past.
Yes, had. You think Rachel has no tolerance for frustration from the way you act. That the tiniest problem is going to send her spiraling back to drugs. Parking ticket, light up a joint, break a nail, call the dealer.
Let me tell you something, young lady. You have no idea what this family has been through the last year and a half. It is nothing to joke about.
And it's also nothing to cling to because it supports your own habit. You see, you're the one with the substance abuse problem now, Nora, and your drug is control.
This is absurd.
Oh, then tell me you don't get a buzz every time you think Rachel might be in trouble and that you can fix her. Think about it.
Coffee's gonna be ready in a sec.
Oh, I can't stay. I have to be in court. I'm so glad that you're doing great. Bye.
Bye, Mom.
See you, babe.
Alrighty then. Where were we?
Basking in Russian afterglow.
Right. I really love my mom, you know. But I just think she's petrified that I'm just going to pick up after what happened with track and everything.
I noticed.
How am I going to get her to believe me and to believe that it's not a choice anymore, that I am through with drugs? Over. Done.
Someday she'll notice.
Bo says he has no idea how the son got a hold of the story. And Andy's convinced that there was no leak in the police department, but it got to Todd somehow. Maybe this is Keneally's doing.
Well, wait. Keneally knew men.
Hi.
So then he could know how you and Todd feel about each other.
And Todd could play the story up for all it's worth.
It fits. So then, Keneally could kill two birds with one drop dime. He could frame you and take the heat off the real bomber, who might be a compadre of his. See, Bo wondered if there was a Keneally-Manning connection himself.
Did he?
Yeah. It's the logical place to look.
So I will. I'll see if I can ferret out if there was any connection between those two. Now, maybe I should take this back to my boss.
To Vicky?
Yeah. She might be able to clue me in as to what Todd's been up to the past few days. And if that doesn't pan out, I'll go to Ireland. Have some FaceTime with Keneally himself.
You do that for me?
Nah. It's just a good excuse to go drinking in Dublin again.
You're a true friend, Mel.
Yeah. I better be. Want to tell me something off the record?
All right.
How does it feel to be partly to blame for sending a man to his grave?
The way I can live with my rage is to live peacefully and productively in the present.
Come on, Budrick. That sounds like the brochure out of that rehab place my kids tried to send me off to.
But you believe me, don't you?
Yes, I believe you. But what if that rage of yours strikes again? Who knows who it'll hurt?
Whiting got exactly what he deserved. He used my sister like a paper towel and tossed her aside. He refused to acknowledge that he conceived a child with her. And if he hadn't, then, well, Grania would still be alive today.
Yeah. So would he.
Yeah. Now that something sends me back there to that time and that place, to everything that happened, I've got to tell you, I wouldn't change a single thing. I crack, and I'm right where I was.
Oh. I don't think that ever changes. My wife died almost 2 years ago. It still seems she dies every day. Some quiet moment. The first time.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. But we both survived. What weighs me down is knowing that I have this rage inside me.
Yeah? A rage that can take life.
And could again, to be sure. But I'm keeping an eye on it. I have an inside sky. Whenever there's the slightest tinge of red, I hit the alarm.
What if you see some?
Well, I make an act of will and let it pass. Margaret's helped me with that.
Mm-hmm. And here you are, still angry.
Blame Todd.
Yes, he has a certain talent.
Talent. The shell is very thin when he's around.
What if Manning planned that fight at the Palace restaurant? I mean, he knew you'd see red over Armitage's anti-Irish tripe in the sun. Would have been a relatively easy thing to swing it so you two cross paths there.
Right, and people see me take the bait. You know what, maybe what we were thinking about yesterday is correct. Maybe Todd is to blame for everything, including the bomb.
All right. Is that extreme?
Extreme. Here's a man that kidnapped his own daughter for revenge. I think could think up a scheme for me to go to prison.
Speculation. No proof.
Yet.
Until there is, keep a level head.
All right.
Oh, I got to get back to the courthouse for Kelly's sentencing.
Oh, I forgot. Can I go with you?
Yeah.
Let's take the back stairs. We can avoid the reporters.
Oh, yeah, the reporters. I won't take that personally.
Good. Come on.
All right.
Didn't I give you those earrings?
Yeah.
Pretty. You didn't return my call. Any of my calls.
Well, you gave me bad advice.
I've missed you.
Dorian, I should have turned myself in right away to the police. Mel offered his help to give me a second chance, and you didn't want me to listen to him.
I just told you what I believed you should do.
Was wrong. But I know you love me.
Always.
You were trying to protect me in your own way. It was just very messed up.
Oh, well. We do what we can.
I know.
Oh. Oh, honey, this is why I did what I did.
This is why I'm here.
I'm so glad you understand.
Oh, I don't
don't really. I just don't want to go to court alone.
Oh, thanks. That's nice. That's really nice.
I'm just very mad at you.
You know, eventually everybody is. Though, eventually some of them forgive me, and that includes Mel.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Can't you smell it? The stale tang of sneaked cigarette.
Well, I thought you guys were history, the way you argued about me.
Honey, the flip side of passion is passion.
Well, Drew and I are finished.
Oh, I can't say I'm heartbroken about that. Oh, how's yours?
Okay. Mostly.
I'm so glad to hear that, because now Drew and Ace are going to come gunning for me. They're going to want me to sell them that warehouse, but there's never been a day when two Buchanans could get the best of two Kramers who were in fighting trim, huh? Are you ready for this?
Do you think the judge will send me to prison?
I won't let him. Morning, America.
ABC This Week.
As we've just discussed in chambers, the charge of reckless driving has been dropped per the plea agreement. The charge still pending is leaving the scene of an accident. How does the defendant plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I understand the defendant has waived the right to a pre-sentencing report.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Very well. We'll proceed with sentencing. Ms. Buchanan.
Your Honor, my client has pleaded guilty, and I would like to plead for leniency on her behalf. She's a first-time offender, and she has suffered enormously for her own actions. And I ask the court to please spare her a prison sentence. We punish those who do harm. But in this case, nearly all those who were affected most, well, they've forgiven her for the harm caused. Patrick Thornhart, who lost an unborn son, and Todd Manning, whose daughter's life was in jeopardy because of the loss of a marrow donor, has declined to press charges. Kelly Kramer is a very, very talented young woman with a very promising future. Those who are hurt are willing to give her a second chance. I believe the court should do the same. Thank you.
Mr. Gannon?
Your Honor, may I say something?
Go ahead.
Nora's right. I have hurt an awful lot of people. And maybe they do forgive me, but that is not going to change anything I've done. Because of me, my cousin Blair is going to have to learn how to walk again. The baby that she and Patrick were going to have never got a chance to crawl, cry, or breathe. And I cannot tell you, and everyone else here, how sorry I am. And I promise you I will do anything, everything in my power for the rest of my life to make up for that. And I will never forget this, or my friends, or my family, because they have stood by me and helped me make the right decision. Without them, their love and support, I wouldn't be here. So thank you, everybody.
You may proceed, Mr. Gannon.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the Commonwealth accedes to the terms of the plea agreement and concurs with the request for leniency. We recommend that the defendant's driver's license be suspended for 1 year, a $5,000 fine, and 500 hours of community service, specifically at Landview Hospital and the Angel Square Community Center, to be overseen by Dr. Margaret Saybrook and Reverend Andrew Carpenter, respectively. They have offered their assistance. Thank you.
Will the defendant please rise? Well, this court is not enamored of the proverbial a slap on the wrist punishment. However, in light of the special circumstances in this case, I accept the district attorney's recommendations for sentencing. In total, case closed. This court is adjourned.
Oh, honey, I'm so happy. I love you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Kelly.
Thank you. I'm so glad this is all over.
You guys have been so incredible. I can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Well, all right.
I guess we can get out of here.
Andrew was very generous of you to sponsor Allie's community service.
Well, she is family. Or has been.
I'd still like to work with the Carpenter Foundation at Kosovo, if that's all right with you.
Of course. Excuse me, Andrew. Hi. Cass?
Yeah.
Todd just called a gorilla press conference. We really should get out.
Okay. I'll see you at the hospital.
All right. Not so fast. You are to stay at least 10 feet away from my niece at all times, for all times. Is that understood?
Kelly.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing up today. Thank you so much.
I think the accident was punishment enough for all of us. No need for you to be singled out anymore.
Nice work, honey. How's Rachel?
Well, I was informed that she's just fine. It appears that I was too worried to see that for myself.
Who was the informer?
Oh, Taya Delgado. Apparently, my concern for Rachel is more corrosive than comforting. How could I be so in the dark about my own kid?
Believe me, honey, it happens.
Am I satisfied with the sentence? Sure, sure. I've been given a second chance with my family, and who am I to deny Kelly Kramer the same second chance?
You have no resentment.
No, my wife and kid are going to be good as new. That's all I care about. I'm not interested in revenge.
Where did your publication get the information that Patrick Thornhart was allegedly involved in Lord Whiting's death?
Well, I can't reveal my sources, but it's not alleged. It's true. And if you don't believe me, go ask the killer yourself. Is that true?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.